program is the traditional four-year program. We partner with the TY program here to provide our interns with a very well-rounded experience. It's a very well-received year that they all do with them. And that includes 3 months of ophthalmology as required. That introduces them to our department. And then, of course, the following 3 years, the residents are then part of our group, and we provide what we think is second to none in terms of an excellent balance between the clinical exposure, the surgical volume, and the breadth of pathology in the patients that we take care of. We're located in a kind of unique area here in West Virginia where there aren't any other academic ophthalmology programs in the state, and even patients from our neighboring states come to see us because they'd rather come here than perhaps closer, larger cities. So we're very proud of the care that we're able to provide to our patients. So our culture is one that is very dependent, I would say, on the working side with a heavy amount of clinical volume. There are those programs that are very focused on didactics, lectures, and those sorts of things. And I would say that our program is on the other end of the spectrum where we're more focused on the clinical and surgical experience, actually getting in there and seeing patients every day. One of the hidden gems about our program is actually the research that's happening behind the scenes. We are the second or third highest department on campus in terms of research dollars provided by the NIH and NEI, and so we're actually very proud of that. But it's one of those things that I think is not widely talked about. Our residents in the last few years have had an explosion of interest in presenting at meetings and getting abstracts and posters and publications submitted, something that we want to continue to foster. Outside of work, I think I'm very happy to see that our residents spend a lot of time together. We are in a state that is very conducive to going outdoors and having fun trips, and they definitely spend a lot of time doing that together. I think what surprises a lot of people about Morgantown is even though it's a kind of a small community in and of itself, it sits in a location that is not far from Pittsburgh. It's really not that much further from DC. So for those people who miss kind of the big city life, there are definitely places to do that. Morgantown itself is one of the few areas of West Virginia that actually continues to grow, and so even here within the city, we're seeing a lot of additional things to do as the years go on. As I mentioned before, we're in a unique position to be the tertiary eye care center for the entire state, and also covering parts of Maryland, Pennsylvania, Ohio, and even Virginia and Kentucky in some cases. And because of that, we have seen a tremendous amount of growth in our patient volume over the last 5 years or so. Unfortunately, we've also added faculty in each of our subspecialty areas along that same time period. What that has meant is that we have outgrown our current clinical space. We're proud to state that we are expected to have a brand new eye institute in the next 2 to 3 years. It'll be our facility with its own operating rooms and about double the clinic space that we currently have. And so we're just anxiously awaiting for that to be part of our program. We do have all of our subspecialties covered, and in the last 5 years, we have added faculty in almost each of those areas. So we have constantly got job postings to add more faculty. And again, that's related a lot to having lost some ophthalmologists in other parts of the state, and that means all those patients come here. I do want to be fair and clear in saying that means that our call schedule is very, very busy for the residents, and they all get through it as a first-year resident. I don't think there's any shame in saying that the first year of residency is going to be the hardest year of training for most of them. But we provide an excellent support system to make sure that they get through that and come out the other side better ophthalmologists because of it. We've gotten lots of feedback from our residents who've gone out into private practice in various places, and their practices are generally quite impressed with the range of skills they have, thanks to the things they've seen and taken care of on call, and the wide